We're going to be talking about this incident involving TSA and an individual of a certain, well, I'm pretty sure you guys have already figured it out looking at the headline and looking at some of the tweets, which, by the way, this individual also deleted. We're going to be talking about this, and we're going to be talking about why it is that this right here could just be another attempt at trying to get money out of something because it could lead to a lawsuit. And I'm going to be telling you guys a story towards the end of the video about how some of this stuff happens, how it kind of materializes. So make sure you guys stick around for the full video, and let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now that I think this right here is really just a stunt. So that way this individual could, I don't know, maybe sue TSA and possibly Kennedy Airport. Guys, I did a video a while ago that will be released at 3 p.m. on Monday afternoon over this Loyola College professor saying that organized pantries and kitchens was a sign of racism. Well, I opened that video by saying that I had never seen a level of stupidity like this. And then this story right here popped up. And this right here occurred over the weekend, but obviously I wanted to start the week out with this story as well. Of course, it's the third story of the day, the Holly Holm video calling out the child abusers. That video was released at 12, and I'll try to have maybe that video out on my community tab. I want to start using it more often here in the future. But this right here is just one of the dumbest stories I think I have ever heard. So, a trans woman, really just a... well, you have to watch your language within the first couple of minutes of these videos, is accusing TSA or a TSA agent of funneling their man parts. This right here sounds to me like it might be a little bit fishier than you might would actually think. Definitely dumb, definitely stupid, but don't worry, we're going to spend a good deal talking about this. I'm going to tell you guys a pretty good story that kind of reminds me of what's actually going on here, because this is how I think you should approach this issue going forward. However, our friend, well, not really our friend, but one of my favorite YouTubers, Salty Cracker, he had a nice little take on this.
Right? Somebody needs to be arrested. A hate crime has taken place over here at John F. Kennedy Airport. A poor transgendered person has been Oswalded right in the female nutsack. What the hell, Abe? Is this real? None of this is real, right? I got lots of questions. Anyhow, we're over here at Andy Knows Twitter account on Knitter. A trans person alleges that a TSA security woman... What? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you assuming gender over here, Mara? Racist? Bigot? Turf? Nazi? Anyway, a TSA security person, humankind, at JFK Airport punched her in the balls, the female testicles, everybody.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys now that I think this right here is really just a stunt. So that way this individual could, I don't know, maybe sue TSA and possibly Kennedy Airport. Let me give you my rationale on this. Okay, so back in 2016, and I got to bring up the whole bathroom ordeal where biological men were wanting to go into women's bathrooms. The issue there was possibly assault. Assault and physical assault, possible sexual assault, etc., etc., etc. That was the concern then. Well, after a while, these people started taking advantage of social media. They were doing this to get clicks, and I would argue that half of them were doing this because they just simply wanted to game the system. Now, guys, when I say game the system, it's not just the fact that they're looking for the fame, the money. I mean, don't get me started on Dylan Mulvaney. It's not just that there. They're also looking to take advantage of the system in a way that kind of benefits them financially. Yes, I did say that. Think about it really quick. You are a trans, or you claim to be a trans, really just a guy who's dressed up like a girl who pretends to be a girl, and I'll tell you guys a story here in a second. You go in here, and next thing you know, you go to a place like, say, Kennedy International Airport, and next thing you know, somebody accidentally hits your junk. Well, then you can turn right back around and scream, oh, look, assault. They assaulted me. Next thing you know, you can file a lawsuit. Maybe you can even get public support amongst the actual left, and they may even help you out, especially seeing how the ACLU and the ADL is kind of approving this stuff. I think that they may be gaining the system so that way they can sue other people for actual money. Like I said, they're using this for all types of gain. Fame, clicks, and now, of course, money. sympathy, all that stuff there. I've often argued that half of these people are mentally ill, where the other half are just simply trying to game the system, which, by the way, is not right either. This type of crap, there needs to be an actual stop put to it, and that's one of the main reasons why channels like mine exist, is to call out this nonsense. You see, me personally, and I've been saying this for a while, the best thing you can do with these people is just simply pat them on the head and walk away. They're not important. They're doing the vast majority of this stuff for good old-fashioned attention. There are some people out there who do try to emotionally hostage take their family members and stuff, but then again, though, you do get people like this here, who, by the way, this individual did, in fact, delete their tweets. Now, while it is kind of funny on the surface, it's also a problem because, as I just mentioned before, they're trying to game the system for financial gain as well. Okay, so let's just go ahead and just kind of get that out in the open. And I don't think I've actually said it like this before, but that's also part of the motivation. It is. I mean, don't be surprised if somebody does not sue somebody over this, or if you do not hear about a case here in the near future where somebody is actually suing someone over something as stupid as this. Go back to that case with Chuck E. Cheese where the woman said, look, they're racist because he didn't interact with my child, yet the mask kind of shields you from interrupting every kid because you can't see out of it. The same thing that happened in that theme park in Philadelphia, the kids' park. Yeah, these people are using it for financial gain, and they're also hiring people like Ben Crump and Race Hustlers to take advantages. Don't worry, the Glad Hustlers will be out soon as well. And here is that story. Guys, dudes will use this type of cover to get something, or maybe try to get something out of somebody. I talked about the possibility of a lawsuit. Well, hear me out just for a quick second. Do you guys remember when Kevin Spacey, yeah, that's right, I got a bald head, I'm not afraid to show it unlike Tim Pool. Do you guys remember when Kevin Spacey was outed as an extremely hardcore pervert? Well, somebody had already made a documentary online detailing all of his escapades, why it was that he went after teenage young men. Well, when he got outed and Netflix eventually got rid of him, eventually his character had to be killed off the show The House of Cards. The first thing he did was he told people that he was homosexual. He told people that he was LGBTQ. Now, that may be true. However, I don't think that using that as a mask for your pervertive activities is correct or morally right. I just don't think that it is. Now, guys, I'm never, ever going to tell you to go out and publicly shame anybody or anything like that. I don't condone sicking subscribers on people. I don't condone that at all. Social media followers, I mean, the left does this crap, and then they turn right back around afterwards, and they try to play the whole moral high ground. My rule is that you don't fight fire with fire. You actually fight water. You actually fight fire with a hose. But the thing is, this right here, obviously, situation is going to dictate. But let me go ahead and give you guys something this right reminds me of. Now, I've told you guys on several occasions that the best thing you can do when it comes to the radical left is just treat them like a little dog. Pat them on the head, walk off, or keep them on the other side of the fence. Just make sure you got something to protect yourself with. This reminds me of the television show MASH. Now, guys, as a veteran, I would go back and rewatch the show MASH, and I actually got kind of disgusted by it. But then again, I also remember that I watched it as a kid and found it to be rather funny. Looking at it now, it's actually, thinking about it, maybe it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Maybe my anger was a little bit misplaced. You see, there was a character on the show MASH called Corporal Klinger, played by Jamie Farr. He used to dress up as a woman. He was doing this to get a Section 8 discharge. You see, I think that stricter measures need to be put in place, and let me give you the reason why. There was another character that would show up from time to time named Sidney Freeman, Mitchell Freeman. He was a psychiatrist, and he was called in to examine Klinger. And upon initial examination, he said, "Hey, look, man, can you sign this for me?" He said, "Well, what is it?" He said, "It is a form saying that I have examined you, I have evaluated you, and I have found you to be a transvestite and homosexual." Klinger got upset by this. Now, of course, he didn't stop his activities. Eventually, he would stop later on the show when Radar left because Klinger needed to take a brand new role, and he just eventually decided to accept the situation that he was not going to be getting out of the military. There are people who use this as a cover, and they use this as a crutch to try to cover up for something else, sometimes even more nefarious. Now, granted, it was a TV show, and I plan on putting that clip in this video, but the thing is this right here, you can't find that clip on YouTube unless it's got some form of commentary. I'll try to leave something in the description box for you guys. But the fact of the matter is that most of the stuff is being done for nefarious purposes and obviously for evil means. Willfully overlooking evil crap. Willfully overlooking knowingly evil crap. That's kind of sort of what woke is. I saw the acronym earlier, and I'm kind of running with it, and I'm probably still screwing it up, but it's okay. I mean, I don't mind being a ham for people to roast here on the platform because there's obviously sometimes it's kind of fun. Depends on what it is. Guys, John Claymore here. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, sign up in the comment section, and I'll see you guys later.